I heard the View was pretty popular the other day. I could also tell it by, I was laughing about something. I could also tell it by all the views, so I was like, let's go back here, you know what I mean? We were out here this morning, or at least sunset time. That was pretty cool. People do love a good view, huh? That's pretty sick. Lana said, hey Eric, how you doing tonight? I'm doing good. In fact, I just stand right here, but I'm blocking like a driveway. This is like a great view. I'll go a little farther up. There it is. Lana said, you must live in the prime area there. I've been lucky. When I got to this area, yeah, people were hurting real bad. That's why they've tried to throw us out, like my shady landlord, you know, because and I beat them in court because they want to get rid of anybody, you know, who's been there a while. And there was another reason too, I think. I'm not totally sure, but some concerning stuff happened. But yeah, when I moved in, they were hurting real bad. It was one of the financial crashes. It was empty. I was literally there was a minute where I was maybe one of the only people living there. It was very odd. And that was sad. I was just looking for an apartment at the time, you know. It was just one of those things. Lana said they can't keep raising the rent. These people are really something else. I mean, I'm like, I'm not sure if I'm going to write it myself. The story is very long and very concerning, and it's about more than money. It's about something else. It might be related to my work. I'm not sure. Great team asks, is this LA? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. You said hi from Corsica. Cool. Well, hi back. You said LA feels like GTA, yeah. Well, I mean, they based that whole, not Vice City, but the other one, right? San Andreas is LA. It's so hilarious to play that game, and you're like, just recognizing it. It's actually unbelievable. I was just taking a quick look here to make sure I'm not like shouting next to somebody's window. We didn't have a problem the other day, but it looks okay, I guess. Raid Team says sometimes I turn on the GTA soundtrack and drive around. Yeah, absolutely. Sometimes I play like Vice City and I wouldn't even play the game really, right? I would just like drive around and, like you said, listen to music, which is so cool. Yeah, it's kind of nice up here. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, of course, for more cool content. Just getting started. So be safe out there. Appreciate that. Yeah, I know the area pretty well, but you're right. It is Hollywood, and I can't exactly see who's behind me. This area is at the bottom of the hills, so it's kind of like, it's a little remote. It's not like, it's not near a lot of stuff. I mean, you know, it's any city, you got to kind of like watch your back a little bit. But this area is okay. Of course, I say that, and then it's like the next day, you know, man disappears while live streaming. Nick said, where is that? Los Angeles, California. I put it in the title this time. Does it not show up? Or when you're just scrolling through, I guess you can't really see it, huh? Yeah, so I'm pretty busy. We just went to see Gladiator too. It was amazing. I actually kind of want to do like a separate video on that because I didn't really know what to expect when I went in there. So first of all, straight up, I think it's better than the first one. Like, no joke. It was actually that good. And it also has a point and has a message that I don't know if the reviewers necessarily understood. Dex said, hey Eric, watching from the UK. Cool. Yeah, you guys are like 10 hours ahead, right? So, something like that from where I am. Error said, me either, but beautiful view, yeah. You said, did I watch the most recent pager plot? You mean the thing about, I don't know if I saw that one. I was actually thinking of something else. I usually try to catch 60 minutes. Sofa said, is the moon out? Well, let's see. That's Capitol Records, by the way, for you guys who are watching from, or haven't been out here. Yeah, I don't see the moon right now. It's probably like there's so much light here and it is pretty cloudy right now, so. But where we went to the movie theater to see Gladiator 2, like we forgot it was a shopping mall and it was like so insane. I got caught in a 20-minute traffic jam on this random street. Like it was like obviously traffic is always really bad out here, but it was absolutely insane. I ended up parking on the roof on the 7th floor, which I've never even seen before of that place, but it was cool. Eric said, what's the most beautiful spot in LA? I don't know. I think this one is kind of like up there. I mean, there's a lot of great places, but I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's hard to top this, you know what I mean? Yeah, we love that movie. I was not expecting Gladiator 2 to be that good. I'm serious. Like, it was like, seriously, I think it's better than the first one. It just doesn't come across like that in the previews. It was ridiculous. So I got some stuff to do tomorrow. I got some plans in the afternoon. I'm going to go down to the west side to Santa Monica. Earlier in the day, I'm going to go down to the courthouse and get some records, I think. If you guys will follow me, know that I'm an investigative journalist and like a commentator and all that fun stuff. if you guys know Jacob Harkey, a good friend of mine is a streamer. We might go down to the courthouse together. I talked to him a lot earlier, so it's the absolute craziest thing that in this city you cannot get court records by computer. Like it's unbelievable. You have to go down there, and you literally go down there. It's so hilarious. You go down there, and they print it at like a bubble jet printer while you just stand there, and then they hand you the paper. Like, that must be like so funny. Like, people hearing that, like it's so crazy in this day and age that you have to do that. Hey, thanks for Alias. Sorry, I hope I read that right. It's dark over here. Thanks for bringing that segment to my attention. I'll check that out. That sounds kind of pretty wild. You said 60 Minutes had a couple mass Mossad agents on. Well, I dealt with while I was investigating this. If you guys have seen my reporting, investigating this attack that happened at UCLA in April, where the counter protesters were, I'm Jewish, and it was like kind of personal for me that some of the stuff they were chanting while attacking a bunch of college kids, it just kind of hurt my feelings a lot, and that's part of how I got involved in investigating that story, because we don't do that. I mean, I don't really want to go off too much on that, but that's not what we do. And when there's people in your own group who pull some bullshit, you almost feel like it's different when it's your group. You know what I mean? It's unacceptable what happened there. So. Beck said, shame to admit I've not watched Gladiator. Well, it's a good time to watch it. Watch the first one and then definitely go see the second one. It was awesome. Fred said 5 out of 10. Yeah, I loved it. I got to be honest. I'd probably give it honestly, I might give it a 10 out of 10. Seriously. And the movie has a real message. I don't want to give away what the message is because you guys should see it for yourself, but it has a real message that I don't think a lot of the reviewers caught. I think they were caught up on other things, It's a lot more political. And I want to look up who the writer is. I saw that when the credits rolled. It's not the writer from the first one, David Franzoni. It's a different writer. Really good writing. I kind of forgot how late it was, Yeah, there's no reason to stop there. Bro, kind of slow down there. There's no parking right here, by the way. I was like, yeah, just, I mean, I've been in this neighborhood a long time, so I know it pretty well, but even still, when it's 11:45 at night and a car with tinted windows, or at least a look tinted, just starts pulling up to you, you kind of take a step back. Beck said, I'll definitely watch the first one over Christmas. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, first one's great. Russell Crowe's amazing. It's a great movie. But this one was different, and it moved in a different kind of pace. So this stuff's cool, like over here. That's Capitol Records, and that's the W. That's the Knickerbocker Hotel. There's a bunch of other stuff. You know, I gotta frame my shot, right? Like Ridley Scott. May said hi. What's up, May? I'll say hi for a second from, I'll switch the view. What's up, guys? What's going on? It's me. All right, enough of that. There we go. Much better view, much more interesting. And Allie said, appreciate you brought up Jacob Harkey's name. He's a dope beginning journalist that isn't afraid. Yeah, I really like Jacob. I mean, I don't agree with him on everything, but you know, he doesn't agree with me on everything about that particular issue, and that's fine. That used to be acceptable in this country. You could have civil disagreements. He's a really nice guy. He's got a really good future ahead of him. A really good future. Yeah, I haven't seen him for a while. Like, I wanted to interview him on the channel, and I definitely still do. Or I could go on his channel. I would occasionally see him out at some of the Scientology protests. When you guys log on, I guess like you can't see the title of the video, huh? I gotta figure out I just have to pin where this is at the top. I know there's a way to do that. This is Los Angeles. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. You could support us at any of the links, which are in the description of the video. If you're like, who is this guy? What's going on? My name's Eric LeVay. I'm a investigative reporter. Write for Rolling Stone, Daily Dot. I used to have an independent outlet called Forensic News. Now I write mostly on Substack. I like to live stream. I like to cover events. Maya said well, I did act, Maya, actually, when I came out here. That's what I was doing. And honestly, I haven't ruled out going back to that stuff. Like I write scripts. I do a lot of stuff. If you guys saw me, I played 2 shows at the Viper Room. If you followed the Scientology protests, you saw me playing guitar with Laura FM. So I do a lot of stuff. That's why I came out here. Believe me, I'd love nothing more than to book some new acting roles. I got into the reporting thing by accident. It was kind of a long story. Dynamite Dan said, hello, you're an interesting fellow. Thanks, Dan. Appreciate that. Ta-Nehisi Coates is a really good writer, a thoughtful person. I want to get that book. I went down to the bookstore, the new one, and on the truthful tip, when the book was like, it's not that big a book. I'm just being honest. It was like $35. I was like, dude, I'm gonna wait till this. I'm gonna have to wait till this comes out in paperback. Like, I very much want to read the book. I mean, I should just go to the library and get it in the meantime. The Messenger, yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, on the real tip, especially when I covered the protests at UCLA, there was some stuff that did bother me. The way I was treated as a reporter down there by a lot of the Palestine protesters. And so, I think that, and there's been some stuff as a Jewish person that's rubbed me the wrong way about a few protesters, just being honest. But, for the most part, I haven't seen that. And if you guys have followed my work, you know that, I've spent a huge amount of time trying to track down these fascist, like, people who attack them. So, I'll always be honest about that stuff. By the way, so I guess it's called the Palestine Institute or the Institute for Palestine. They credited me. They wrote a timeline of the mob attack at UCLA, and they used some of my. They kind of like referenced my reporting. They have a young journalist there, so they were very nice, and they gave me this long kind of mention at the end, which was really nice of them. And you could check that out I think it's called the Institute for Palestine Studies. And yeah, I definitely will read Ta-Nehisi Coates' book, for no doubt. I do want to stream a lot more stuff. It's like I said on some of the other streams, it's been super quiet because it's the holidays. I'm down for anything, travel stuff. I mean, whatever, you know what I mean? Whatever works. I want to take a ride in the self-driving car, the Waymo, and I want to stream that too. It is kind of like GTA out here, huh? Yeah, I mean, on that tip, I'm just not cool with that. I've been on the wrong end of some pretty bad harassment, and I'm like 100% not okay with that. There's a way to be civil to people, and everybody. By the way, everybody feels that way. Even the most left wing, like a lot of them just don't want to talk about it, but they just, that's just like not cool. There's like a lot of things you can do, I think, to not act that way. It's super dangerous. And in the end, unfortunately, the message didn't really get out there, which is kind of like the point of a protest. So that's been something that's a little perplexing to me. You have to be judicious about who you talk to, but the point of a protest is to get a message out there. And if I'm gonna be honest, that wasn't really done, I don't think. That doesn't change my work that involves holding people accountable, so tracking down the people who were responsible for that attack. But and so JVP is not cool with attacking it. Yeah, that's cool. Like I said, it's not. No one's obligated to talk to anybody. But when my safety's at risk, that's a different kind of situation. And that vibe was from a lot of people was happening down there. Not just one particular person or anything like that. Oh, you said JVP is not cool with antagonistic journalists. I mean, look, I actually tried to explain this when we were down there not long ago. I was down there with a friend. This was like only a few months ago. And these two, like, they were like these right-wing streamers showed up. You know, they're like agitators. And so, like, I'll just be honest with you guys. So I was trying to, they start doing the whole thing, the protesters with the umbrellas and getting up in their face. All you're doing is putting money in their pocket. That's literally why they go out there. That's how they get paid. The way you get rid of people like that is to ignore them. You know, if they're not getting physical or something like that, you know, that's different. You got to do what you got to do. But when you start giving them that content, that's how it ends up going viral and all that stuff. But no matter how many times I explain that, no one ever listens. They got to learn the hard way. Man, I'm like, what time is it? Oh, it's late. It's like 12:17. We had like almost 100 people in here the other day when I was standing up here. It was pretty cool. I mean, I think I've had more than that, but just for standing looking at the freeway, that was real cool. Imagine like legit making like, I'm very lucky that I've never been homeless, but like imagine like thinking that's funny to say that. Like there's so many people who are struggling. It's very like sad to me actually. There's like so many people who need help, you know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, I don't really have anything much to say on it. Like, it's real clear cut to me. It doesn't matter what somebody believes in. If they put my safety at risk, we're gonna have a problem. Like, period. I don't care what they support or whatever. That's number one. And believe me, I've been in a lot of bad situations. Yeah, people come in and they say when you stream like this, when you stream vertical, people like come in like it's like kind of like more like TikTok, I guess, and they say some wild stuff. We got 34 people. Appreciate you guys. Remember to hit that like button. Or smash that like button, as some people said. Yeah, I do keep looking up here because like this is what it looks like over here. You know what I mean? Probably go inside pretty soon. Oh boy. It's like a little chilly out here, but I don't want to say it's chilly because I'm aware that it's sub-zero weather in a lot of places. For Southern California, it's gotten a little cool. We have 46 people for a second. Very cool. Oh boy. Yeah, it's been quiet out here lately. I wonder if that's going to change next year. I think when I get back, I have this like pretty nice bottle of tequila. I might have a drink or something. I don't really have too many plans for the holidays, so I'm gonna be around. I got to figure something out for New Year's. I'm not like big into like, I don't like going to those crazy events, the classic overpriced, loud, whatever, but I do want to do something. So I went to a really good party last year with actually my friend Tina, who's you guys might know her, Tina Desiree Berg. She's an investigative reporter. She reports a lot over at Status Quo. We went to this really cool party. So that was dope. I gotta find like another data plan maybe, because I'm noticing like at a certain point I think like I get throttled. I need to like find if anyone knows like an actual unlimited data that does not throttle, like basically like what do streamers use, that's what I'm interested in. I might actually switch. So I'm setting up an interview with Film the Police LA, if you guys know who he is, the cop watcher. We actually talked today. We've been trying to do this forever. Something keeps coming up every time, like on my end or on his end, but we're going to do it, I promise. It has been crazy. Or you guys might know him as Scientology Audit. He's got his other channel. Got 42 people. Appreciate you guys. That mall was crazy though. I mean, I should have thought about that, but I just didn't. And I got there, it was down at the Grove, which is a huge shopping complex in LA, where we saw the movie. It was like, oh my God, like, it was crazy. Nah, William Good is the best activist in this city. He's the man, a legend. He's probably the most effective activist I've actually ever seen. He's a great guy. So recommend subscribing to his channel for sure. I don't remember when William started. I think it might have been about 5 years ago. William and I started our respective careers around the same time, and that's when we met, actually. 2020, when a lot of things were happening, and he's a great guy. Yeah, I mean, like a friend of mine said about William, he just blew up. Like, he started, he became a cop watcher, and it's just gotten bigger and bigger. It's incredible. He just launched a website. I don't know if you guys saw his website. It's really cool. I mean, he's just that good at it. Like, it's a talent like anything else, and you can't really learn it. I think you could improve yourself like any talent, and then William starts a separate channel just for the Scientology stuff. And then that thing blows up. And that thing is like, I think he has more followers there. He's a much feared person. That's the only thing I can think of by public officials. Like, they fear being, held accountable. And that's really what he does. We got 50 people in here. Appreciate you guys. Chris said I like LA more than Fresno. Absolutely. Oh, that's not even a question, I don't think. There's not too much to do up in Fresno. I actually know a couple weirdo like live streamers who live up there. That's what, when I think of Fresno, I kind of think of that, and a few other things. Hello from Russia. That is far. Oh, Kurt said I live in Fresno. Sorry about that, Kurt. I'm sure there's plenty to do. I guess I was just giving my honest assessment. Kurt said I miss LA. I feel you. Well, hopefully you get back down here, man. But there's cool stuff everywhere. I really like, there's always some like cool museum or something. Like, I'm sure there's plenty to offer in Fresno. Keep in mind, because of my work, I often see like kind of the bad side of some places and people who aren't super cool. So there's a lot to see out here in California, no question about it. Over here is the Hollywood Tower. And that's a really famous historic apartment building. Charlie Chaplin lived there for a little while, like a lot of people live there. They used to have rock concerts on the roof. Like, they haven't done it for a while. I mean, obviously, like during the pandemic, a lot of stuff stopped, but I don't know if the radio station's gonna do it. I mean, I think I told this story before, but so one time it was like a Saturday or something, and so I'm having like a dream. Like, I'm in my apartment and I'm dreaming that like the rock band Candlebox, if you remember that band, like from the 90s, and they're playing a song. I wake up and I'm still hearing Candlebox, and I'm like, what? I look out, I like take a look because I could see that building, and literally Candlebox is on the roof of the building playing a show. It was classic. And by the way, it was like 10 o'clock in the morning. Like, it's crazy. Whoa. Taxi driver vibe, yeah. Somebody said that the other night. That's a great movie, Taxi Driver. One of the best. I think I'm gonna head in a sec, have a drink, maybe. I'm rewatching Narcos and The Sopranos too. I'd like to zone out for a while. Kurt asked, yeah, is it by Franklin Boulevard? Yes, it is. Correct, definitely. Kurt said I lived there. You lived in this area? That's cool, man. It's a nice area. All right, so I don't know what these guys are doing, but it's been like, let's just say a little shady, so I'm about to hit the trail. Appreciate you guys. Remember to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. It's always fun. You can subscribe to my Substack, which is free, if you like independent investigative reporting. And all those links are in the description. Hope you guys have a good week, good holidays and all that. Back at you, Chaz, as always. Take care.